Hey guys, Jess here. Tonight I'm going to share with you a walkthrough of how I pack for a crop. And usually the crops I go to are anywhere between 2 and 3 days, and this is my go-to packing process. So I thought I would share it with you guys and give you some tips and tricks on how I'm efficient with my packing, and I still end up making a lot of layouts and having a super fun, productive time while I'm at a crop. So what I'm sharing with you here right now is the 2 bags I bring with me to a crop. That's it. 2. Only 2. So this first one is a Creative Memories bag I got a few years ago. It's a large tote. It was for their Happy album that comes with an insert, but it's a nice big bag and I can fit a lot in it. And then as for my tote, it's the Crop and Style extra large travel scrapbook totes. And those are the only 2 bags I bring. So I'm going to show you now how I pack and get everything into these 2 bags. So I'll see you on the other side. Alright, hey guys, so you just gotta look at the bags that I bring along to a crop. Like I said, I only bring those 2. And I'm sorry if you hear my fan. It is really hot down here, so I have it running in the background. If you hear a little humming, that is it, and I'm so sorry, but it's necessary. It's really warm here tonight, so apologies for the little bit of background noise. Anyways, so you guys saw the 2 totes that I brought, or that I bring along with me to a crop. And so now I'm going to show you how I pack for a crop. And I'm sure a lot of you attend crops and you see, maybe you're even guilty of this, the multiple trips by the ladies bringing totes upon bags upon boxes in to the crop, and they're just surrounded by mountains of craft supply. They basically brought their whole craft room to a crop. And when I first started scrapbooking, that's how I did it too. Now granted, I didn't own as much supplies as I do now, but I literally brought everything because I was so concerned about forgetting something or needing something while I'm there, and the lugging back and forth and just so much stuff. It was, honestly, it was overwhelming. I never got to half, even a quarter of what I brought to a crop. So I did that a couple of times and I'm like, something has got to change. So I've decided that I am going to use a crop to focus on something more specific, whether that be an album or a project. That way I can concentrate on what I need to bring to complete whatever I'm setting out to do at the crop. For me, majority of the time when I go to a crop, I use it as like a challenge to work through my stash. So that's the approach I'm going to take with you all tonight and show you how I pack that way. But if you got like a project you're working on, an album you want to finish, I would just gather all the product you would need to work through that project. Now, if you're starting anew on an album, that's a little bit different. You probably, you know, depending on what kind of album it is, you may not be able to bring everything, but just think, you know, if you're there for a couple of days, you know, how fast do you scrap? How many layouts do you think you'll create? And you know yourself, so how much supplies do you think you'll use in those 2 days, okay? You know as well as I do, it is not your entire craft room. So we're gonna nix that mindset and we're gonna pack more efficiently, okay? So I'm gonna show you what I always begin with when I'm packing for a crop. And I always start with kits. This is my inspiration, and what I have here is 3 DIY kits that I have created. So I like to create DIY kits in order to use up a lot of my random bits and pieces within my stash. So like I have a collection that I've used so much of it that it's no longer like a full collection anymore, and so I break those down and then I reintroduce them into another kit. So I have 3 unfinished kits here. 2 are fall themed and 1 are summer. So now if I was in the mood to scrap something different, I would make a new kit, or I would bring one of my hip kits. But like I said, I like to use up my stash when I go scrapping or go to a crop. So I'm gonna take what I already have. So I have 3 kits here that I'm gonna bring. And as you can see, they're in my favorite envelope system. So these fit real nice. Don't take up a lot of space, but there's a ton of paper in here and some embellishments already. So if I wanted to, I could just bring these as is and we could call it a day. But I want a little bit more variety than that. But this is a really great start. So I am going to bring 3 of these DIY kits, and that's going to be where all my pattern paper comes from and some embellishments. Next, I always have a envelope set up with some cardstock. So I have some basic colors, some black, red. I think last time I went to a crop I was doing Christmas, so I'm going to need to refill my black. I got some red and green, I have tons of white, and then I also have some foundations paper, which is mixed media, because I always bring a little mixed media with me. So I fill one of these envelopes with the cardstock I am going to use during the crop. Now, I don't do a lot of colored cardstock in my scrapbooking. I usually start off with a white base. But if you wanted to throw in some colors, you could do that as well. This fits quite a bit of paper in there, so you could load up quite a bit on cardstock. But really think about what you plan on creating and bring just enough to achieve that. Maybe a few extra pieces beyond that. Again, we're not looking to bring our whole craft room. So I bring an envelope with all my cardstock. And then next, I go through my embellishments. Now, for my embellishments, I have these 2 awesome bags from 31. Let me see if I can give you the name of that. The brand 31. Now, I wish I could tell you the name of this. Maybe it has a name. It does not. It just says 31. I don't know the name of this bag. I'm going to look on the other side of this tag. Not that I could see anyway. Yeah. Unfortunately, I got this years ago. They were actually discontinued when I bought them. I don't know if I brought them back, but these are, let's see here, a little over 12 inches wide, or 12 inches long, excuse me, and 5.5 inches deep. These fit thickers perfectly, so that's originally why I purchased these bags. But what I actually end up using them is I use one for my thickers and my embellishments, and then I use another for my stamps, mixed media, and other, adhesive and stuff like that. So we're gonna do embellishments first. So I've got my main kits, and so I kind of have a general idea of what kind of embellishments that I want. So first I'm going to go through my stickers. I'm going to start with my smaller bin here. And what I like to do is I like to thumb through, and I like to grab anything that, one, I think will match, and 2, that is I know is kind of already opened or partially used. And see if I can't challenge myself to use it up some more. So now I have a summertime kit, and this is Ocean. Again, really the only criteria I use is if it's one, it's already been opened, partially used, and will it match, the kits that I'm bringing. So these are my overflow, well, they're thicker, stickers. 6x12 sticker sheets and some thickers. Like this one's some used words. Again, used up. And these fit so much in them, I can actually grab quite a few without feeling like I'm going to use up a ton of space, which is awesome. Now, I don't want to use all of it up for just stickers, because I do want to fit some alphas in here too. So a nice variety of each. So I'm, like I said, just going through and seeing what else I have left. I already grabbed one of those. All right. It's party time. And these are opened ones, washi. Okay, so I think that's a good start. So I'm gonna put these back. And so next I'm actually gonna go through my alphas. So this is what I've picked out for like stickers, or, you know, thicker words and phrases. So lots of variety there. So I'm just gonna go and plop these in here. See how they fit perfectly? This was like made for thickers. I love it so much. If you have a 31 consultant, you may want to see if they could locate these for you because they are awesome. All right, so as far as alphas go, I'm gonna bring, I haven't used this yet. This is a little like title tool. So I'm gonna bring that because that'll be fun to play. Like I said, I use crops to challenge myself and try new things, play with product. You know, that's, you know, I like to just, it's fun because you're limited in what you bring. So you kind of force yourself to try and use some of this stuff, if that makes sense. All right, so as for alphas go, I'm gonna bring some standard black and white, mainly black. See, this is one I've partially used. So again, I kind of am gonna go through the same process where I've used up some. So I wanna try and bring them. And they may not be my favorite, but like I said, the whole point here is for me to bash my stash, to get through some of it. So I come home with a little less, right? All right. Oop. This one's stuck. All right, so I've got some black. We do some white. And then sometimes I'll grab a style that you know, ones that I don't really care for at all. Again, in an effort to just use them. Here's some gold. Like these are something else. These are almost like a gold leaf thicker, and I have used a few of them, but this would be a good one to like challenge myself with. So we'll bring that. All right, we got some rose gold. Here's some, so I do have a fall, so here's like a brown. I had actually used quite a few of these, so we'll bring those. Got some cork. Here's some red. I don't know if I've used any red yet. We've got some pink. Oh yeah. All right, there's that first one. So I've gotten quite a few thickers already. So we're looking about, you know, about a half full on this right now. So we're getting close. I'm just going to go through the other side and see if there are any other colors I want to bring. All right. So we have, oh yes, these. These are so tiny and thin. I've used a few of them, so I'd love to get rid of those. Or use them up, not get rid of them. Oh, we got some soft pink. This is a nice partially used sheet. I have so many thickers, it's crazy, but I love them so much. I love them so much. All right. And these are all like the decorative kind. It's a fun, colorful one. And there's some big alphas. Okay. I think, oh, these are all phrases and stuff, but I think we're gonna call it good. I have a ton, see, I could pack so much more, but I'm not going to because I need space for other things. So I just grabbed a few more. Again, just thinking about the colors of my kits. And there we go. So those are going in my 31 bag. So next are my sticker pads. So in my tiny words, I tried to bring a couple of these just again so I can use them up. So I won't bring obviously my typewriter, so these tiny word books are really great. And I'm just gonna bring a couple of, see, these are already open. So I'm going to bring those. And I think that's good for sticker books. All right. Let's see here. I got a little bit more room for embellishments. So I have a bunch of packs of embellishments that I haven't used yet. So we've got some summer, some fall. Oh, perfect, perfect. Oh my gosh, I got so much. All right, so these little guys, I think I can fit in here as well, and we're still gonna be all right. So I can fit 3 there. Fit 3 there. All right. I can probably fit these 2 in here as well. And then I think we're good on this one. All right, I think we're maxed out, but that looks great. All right. So there is my first 31 bag. So I've got all my thickers and stickers. I've got some sticker sheets and words, and then I have some loose ephemera here. And then I just close this up, and this is ready to be packed. So next one, so this is where I put my mixed media, if I'm gonna bring any stamps, ink pads, so on and so forth. So I try not to bring too many stamps and ink pads because 1, I don't do a lot of stamping, and 2, they take up a lot of space. So I keep it kind of to like 1 or 2 stamp sets, and typically my black ink, because I bring my roller stamps as well, and that's all gonna fit in here. So, all right, so first is my watercolor palette, and actually I think I can tuck that right back there. And then I have my Vicky Bouton brushes. I just keep in this little zipper bag here, and I might be able to toss a couple other things in there, so we're gonna keep that open. Wipes, always a good idea. Then I'm gonna bring my, I just need 1 gold, so I'm just gonna bring my 1 gold shimmer spray. This is the Jen Hatfield. And then I also like to bring the black Delusions. The good thing is I don't need to bring a lot of sprays because I have my whole watercolor palette, so this really takes place of needing to bring a lot of my sprays. So I have all the colors of the rainbow here, and I can do splats, I can do mixed media, I can do all of that. So I'm just going to bring my black and gold sprays. I've got my little acetate sheet, it's kind of messy, that I can do my mixed media with. I have got my little, so this is for taking the stickiness off, so I'm going to bring that. I'm just looking at my tools here. I do have a tool bin, but if there's anything, I can bring my little scraper just in case. Palette knife I don't need. Alright, I think the rest, okay. So we've got this, we've got our little sprays and my little powder. I've got my little spray bottle for my mixed media, and I'm just tucking this stuff all on the side. We can rearrange as we need to. Alright, next comes some tape runners. Tape refills, you can never have too many of those, so I'm just going to park those right on the side here. I think 4 should be plenty. This ATG lasts me forever, forever, forever. Alright, what else do we need here? I've got my roller date stamp. I've got my fine scissors, and some of these aren't going to go in here, so I'm just going to start. I'm taking out tools too, and I'll show you how I do that as well. Alright, I think some foam tape will be good. Alright, oh, some of these guys. Probably my distressor. Alright, some of these are going to go in my tool bin. Okay, so we've got some double-sided tape here, some straight foam tape. I don't actually, you know what? I'm just going to take the one with the squares. I don't need both. So I'm just going to take my squares, my double-sided tape, and then instead of these, I'm just going to bring a sheet of these guys. And I have another zipper pouch. I love the zipper pouches. They're so convenient. So this one's got double pockets. So like I can put adhesive in the back here, and then I can fit some tools or something in the front. I'm not really sure, but like I said, we'll figure that out. You know, my fine line bottle, that's gonna go in with my toolkit. Oh, you know what? We can add some washi. And again, like washi is super tricky to pack, so I'm just gonna grab a few like summertime colors. The butterfly is really pretty. Let's take this out. Hearts, bloom, butterflies. Because we've got some summertime papers in there. And then I'm going to go in and see if I can't find some fall. Again, just trying to get some variety here. We've got yellow. These are really cute. Oh, we got flamingos in pink hello. Okay. So I've got quite a bit of washi in here. But again, I'm going to try and use them. So, and they fit nicely in this little zipper pouch. So actually I can add a few more. Let's get some blues. Golds, blues, let's see. Like that one. A couple of golds, you never know. Gold is always good with fall. Alright. And let's do this polka dot one too. Okay, done. Alright, so I've got some washi on the front here. I've got my adhesive. I might do one more double-sided tape though. Let's grab another one of those. I do use that a lot, so just to be safe. Alright. So there's another tape. So again, that fits right in here, and so see, we're using up some space now, but that's alright. I'm going to see if, oh, I need my ink pad. So I got my archival ink, which I can tuck in right here. I've got my one, I just bring a universal block. This should work. And the nice thing is about going to a crop, there are going to be other ladies that have supplies that you can borrow. So again, don't feel like you need to bring everything under the sun. Scrapbookers are so gracious and wonderful about sharing. So you don't have to worry if you forgot anything. Somebody will swoop in and save you. They probably have it. So just remember that. Alright, so now we're going into stamps. And like I said, I don't bring a lot. I like to bring, when it comes to like going for a crop, I like to bring something that has like some sayings or phrases or hearts. Like, I like the idea of bringing the honeybee hearts, stamp market hearts. Well, I don't need 2 hearts. Let's see here. I'll bring the smaller one. Some word phrases, that's cute. Make little labels if I want. And again, I'm just trying to find some universal. Like here's some tiny word alphas that I could do. So let's tuck those in there. Pretty versatile. And then I'll bring one more phrase. And that will probably, let me just look, make sure there's nothing else I want to bring. I don't bring die cuts or anything like that. And remember, I'm just bringing black ink, so I'm not going to want to, I'll do that one as well. I'm not going to want to, you know, think about stamps with images or anything because I'm not going to bring a lot of colors. Now I can use my watercolor, and also, again, you're going to have some ladies there, maybe some of the ladies you scrap with. Also, actually, I know I'm all over the place, but that's a good point. If you're going with a group of ladies, maybe you all can coordinate who brings what, so you're all not bringing too much stuff, you know. Be like somebody, all right, I'm gonna bring my ink pads, okay, I'll bring my stamps, and then you all can share, and you're, you know, together have a lot of supplies. So that's another option too. But, you know, again, if you're at a crop, I'm sure somebody will have a colored ink if you really want to use it or need to use it. They're so willing to share. What I also try to do, this just reminded me, was I do try to bring like a 6x6 or a 6x8 pad, or a couple. Again, I don't use these that often, so it would be really nice to be able to work through them. So I have one that's summer. Let me see. And then I have this really cute Heidi Swap that's another like summer. And then this is like a campy one. It's not really quite fall. And I can stick these in with my paper kits if I want to, if I don't have room elsewhere. Oh, this is kind of a nice mixture. All right, let's do that. So try to use those up as well. Alright, so these, I don't think they're going to fit in here. So we're going to put those in with the paper pads. Alright, I'm going to plop in my wipes. And that is my mixed meat. Oh, you know what? I will, I'm trying to think. Sometimes I'll add a punch, oh, some tissue paper. I knew I was forgetting something. So I do like to add a little bit of tissue paper. So I'm going to add yellow and pink because those can go with the fall or summer. Lost my train of thought there. And then I also like to bring some of the foam sheets. So I gotta plop these in here too. All right, I knew I was missing something. So this is getting pretty full now. So this is to map my photos and such with. All right, so this is the entire like mixed media or other supplies that I like to pack to bring with me. All right, next is tools. So obviously I have my paper trimmer. This I just slide into the bag at the end. I don't put it in anything special. Alright, let's make some room here. So then, let's do tools in my little tool caddy. Alright, so this is a Sterilite storage container, and this is what you can see. It's well loved. It's a little dirty. This is what I like to bring all of my tools in: my pens, my pencils, my glue, scissors. I like to bring it all in this container. It's just easy. Everything fits real nice. Even these scissors, even though they don't look like they do, they actually fit quite well. Roller stamp, actually, some extra blades, which I actually already have some, my distressing tool, a pencil sharpener. Let's see, I got this little like sticky doodad for little pieces, a bone, I already have bone folders in there, and then I have some of my journaling pens, And I like to bring some white out, because you can put some white out like on your page and then you can journal on it. So I like to bring a couple of my journaling pens. It's like chalk marker. Let's see. Drinking one more of those. I don't bring all my scissors, obviously. I just bring a small trim pair, and then I bring my, I call it my like cut all pair, my Friskers, which just basically cuts everything. And so I don't have to worry about bringing too much. And as I mentioned before, I bring little sticky notes. These are just like little pieces. You could bring bigger ones too, but this is all I have on hand. In case like I'm doing a layout and I think of something I want to add to it later and I didn't bring the product with me, I'll put a little sticky note on the layout and I'll make note of what I wanted to do. So I like to bring these. And I do like to bring, if I have room, a bottle of quick dry, because my fine line doesn't always cooperate, and I think I have room in here. So this is optional if you wanna. This doesn't always cooperate and I get really frustrated, but I guess I could open the top and like use a Q-tip or something, so I guess I'll just pack that. Oh, you know what? I forgot my enamel dots. I am gonna need some of those, so I'm gonna have to put those in. I just saw some and it reminded me, we gotta pack some enamel dots. Alright, so toolbox. What else do we need? I think that's everything. I got paper trimmer, I got my scissors, I got my pens. Usually this is a lot more full, so I'm like questioning what I forgot. It's been that long since I've been to a crop. So I've got a tiny little block here. If I wanted to add like some wood veneer or some little acrylic pieces or flare, I could add those into this little cubby. But generally speaking, I kind of reserve this for tools. But I can add some like mixed media powders if I want. But I think, you know, maybe I can just add some punches. That's always a good idea. So again, you can kind of play around with what you want to bring. But yeah, this is what I put all of my tools in, and it's ready to go. Before I had my paintbrush like little zipper folder, I used to keep my paintbrushes in here as well. But now that I have that little zip folder, we're good to go. Alright, tools are packed, and then like I said, some enamel dots here. Alright, so those I can probably fit in my thickers, my thicker bin here. So I'm just gonna try and bring like a variety of colors, just a few. These ones are all loose. I'll probably do a couple of unopens and we'll call it a day. That's just for the little extra, you know, on the end of your layout. So we're just gonna stick that in there. So I have a few. I don't need them all. Remember, you don't need everything, just enough to create. All right. So we've got our 2 embellishment bags. We've got my tools. We've got paper. And now we're ready to start putting things in the tote. And this isn't, you know, I don't have much in here already, guys. And I already could make so many layouts with what I've packed here. So I hope this is showing you that you don't need to bring your whole craft room, okay? You really, really don't. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this stuff in the tote, and I'm gonna then show you guys where we're at in regards to space. And then I'm gonna share with you a few other items that I actually bring in addition to the stuff I have shared with you. They just don't go in any containers or other tools and other stuff. So let me get this in the tote. Alright guys, so everything is in the tote. I've left this out because I usually set this on top at the very end. But we have the papers in here, and then we've got the 2 embellishments, 31 bags, and then we have the tools that will just set right on top. And that is a ton of supplies already, and we still have room. We still have room right here. Alright, so I'm going to show you what's going to go in that spot next. Alright, so again, the goal of this crop for me is to bash my stash. So you guys have seen recently that I have made some binders with some chipboard and some stickers. So I'm going to bring those along with me too, because they don't take up a lot of space, and I have so many embellishments in these binders that I can flip through and look through. Honestly, I didn't even need to pack the ephemera packs or the sticker books that I did in my little 31 bag. But again, it's embellishments. I like to have a lot of variety. It's the one thing that I do like to bring quite a bit of, so I have lots of options. So I am going to be putting these 2 binders in that tote as well. So that is my 1 binder, and then this is all my die cuts that I've been starting to put into a binder system as well. So these are all leftover kits and bits and pieces that I'd really like to use up. So if I didn't have room for the whole binder, I could take these sleeves out and just put them in one of the kits and bring those along too. But I do have room for these, so I'm actually going to pack them up. So that is more embellishments that I'm able to bring, which is so exciting because I really want to work through those. And again, that's like the whole goal of a crop for me. So in addition to embellishments, tools, paper, adhesive, mixed media, we've packed all that, right? So I like to bring a work mat. This is the close to my heart. It's foam. It's a 12 by 12, foam on one side, and it's a self-healing mat on the other side. This is great to make messes on, to cut on. It's one that I like to bring, and I put on the table surface because that way I also don't ruin whatever surface I am working on as well. I bring my ATG. I bring a little portable trash can that pops up. Look how nice and slim it folds, because most of the crops I go to, they just give you a little tiny plastic bag, and that just doesn't cut it. Like, you're constantly emptying it. So I have found just bringing my own trash can works really well. And so this I got from Totally Tiffany, and it's nice and compact. But I actually have seen some recently in the Target dollar spot, the dollar bin area. They're a little bit smaller, but they have some collapsible trash totes. So if this is something you're interested in, grab them because they're perfect for a crop. I also purchased last year the Tonic Tidy, oh, I don't remember the name of it, Tidy Tote. That might be what it's called. And it has these brackets on the sides, clamps if you will, and you can clamp it to the side of your desk. And this is where like all your tools fits in. And so it's at arm's length, and it's off your table. It fits onto the side, which is really nice. And I also got like this little pen bag that goes with it, and it just clips on the side. So I bring this as well with me because it gives me more table room if I don't have to keep all this stuff on my actual table space. Then again, I have my paper trimmer. That's the other item that I bring. And then I actually also pack up my photo printer. And so that's why the handheld tote is so handy, because that's actually what I pack my photo printer in, and some of this bulkier stuff that won't fit into the crop and style tote. So I am going to pack the rest of this stuff in my bags, and then I'm going to give you a final overview of what it looks like. So I'll be back in a moment. Alright guys, here it is. It is all packed up, and as I stated in the beginning of this video, it is all in these 2 bags. So I'll give you a closer look here. So here is the handbag tote, and what I have in here is my Epson Picture Mate. I bring this along and I print photos while I'm there. Personal photo printer is the best thing ever. So it prints on demand and I can scrap whatever photos I feel. I don't have to tug or bring along a bunch of photos, take up a lot of space. It's just fabulous. Highly recommend, and the PM400 is great. My table tidy is in here, and photo paper for the Epson. I also have a drink caddy that I bring, but it's hooked to my desk right now and I didn't want to take it off quite yet. So that is the tote here, and it actually has a little strap and fits right over the handle of my rolling tote. So I'm going to take this off and I'll show you inside the Crop and Style rolling tote. Alright, so here is the Crop and Style rolly tote. So first of all, in the side pocket here, that is where I put my ATG gun. So it's tucked in right there. In the front is where I put my cutting mat. I actually have plenty of room. I could add some more cardstock, paper, supplies in the side pocket, because not only do I have room in the front, but I actually have room here in this side one as well that I haven't even utilized. But I feel like I brought so much already, I'm not sure, you know, maybe I'd toss in a 12 by 12 paper pad or something just to give me some more paper options, but that's pretty much it. Alright, opening the top here, we have paper trimmer, we have the toolbox sitting on the top, and then if I take those out, you can see everything else is in here. So I have my chipboard and embellishment ephemeras, my 2 bags with mixed media and thickers and other embellishments, and then all my papers. And my little collapsible trash can is kind of tucked in the middle. And that is how I pack for a crop. I hope you guys have found this video helpful. I hope I gave you some ideas. I hope I instilled confidence in you that you don't need to bring your entire craft room to actually bring enough supplies to be creative. So let me know in the comments below if this was helpful, and you know, if you end up trying to pack this way for your next crop. I'd love to hear from you guys. I will talk to you again soon. Happy scrapping. Bye.